That's going live. That's live. Okay. You ready, Champy? Hmm? It's not simple to say. Most days I've recognized me with these shoes and that place and its pages have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be. But it's true, I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is massive, she's kind. She's lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and bad. Beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. Good day, good people. I'm not perfect. Well, I'm never perfect, but I'm a little under the weather, so this will either be genius or a disaster, or I'll just be like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Could be that too. I can't tell at this point if I'm feeling crappy because I'm still fighting off this sickness or because I've been essentially laying down for 48 hours straight. Probably both. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Bom, bom, ba-dum. Highwayman. I only know 17 songs. Or some amount. It's some amount that's small. So requests and me don't go well together. If you know depressing Americana, I might have a chance of knowing it. TikTok cam is off. Low. What do you, oh, like this? That? Is that what you meant? Oh yeah, Danielle got a job. got a job in AI creating content with a creator who has 3.5 million followers. Danielle, congrats. That's awesome. First of all, you deserve it. Second of all, it sounds like it's in line with who you are, what you're about, your values. Super cool. And like, you're really good at this stuff. So it doesn't surprise me at all. I think that's awesome. Congrats. You know, one of the things we talk about a lot in here is just keep putting yourself out there. Play with this stuff, explore, learn, and let people know what you're up to. Grandkitty staring at the TV looking very puzzled. He'd never heard Champ, apparently. Yeah, isn't that cool for Danielle? It's so good. It's so good. I'll tell you what. One of the things that makes me the happiest in this channel is when people in this channel, you know, are just end up doing things that are like like good and surprising and a direct result of the time and passion you put into just being a part of this community, but also whatever you're doing for yourself and putting it in the world. You know, you become a model for other people in the community. If I go into bouts of silence tonight, that's just because I just realized I was like just gone. I think that's how tonight might be. What? Oh, Kakif, I have a job too. Awesome. Congrats. Google personal intelligence. What about it? Could be something to look at. Oh, it launched? Okay. Is it just in the Gemini app or is it in regular Google stuff? Inside Gemini. Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's lots of stuff launching. You know, I continue to be, with all of you, overwhelmed with all the stuff that's launching. I can't tell what's a feature anymore, what's a major new model. One of the things I've been thinking about for the AI Salon is, you know, I'm feeling more and more and more like the thing that's most important for all of us is to really understand who we are, what we value, the things we want to do in the world, you know, the change we want to make, if we want to make change, and that's the primary focus, and that the tools are secondary. But I'm also realizing that there's a lot of people coming to the salon that are just like, how do I use ChatGPT? How do I get started? So one of the things we're looking at now is how do we put together content that's like basic intro content. I did a 5-day back to basics thing here, I don't know, 4 months or so ago. And I'm thinking of digging out that content and making that available in the salon. And then we're talking about some other stuff that could be really exciting. So anyway, if you're an irregular, and you have a desire to do any kind of tutorial kind of content, connect with producer Brandon or with Vicky or with Andy, whoever you might have a relationship with, and just let them know that might be a possibility, because I think that could be something that would be good for all of us, that we have an area for true beginners to just how do I start? What's a prompt? What's the best prompt? Those questions, you know? Silver Fox, I've been narrowing down as well. Which ones are you considering? Oh, wow. Kakif, awesome. That's amazing. I started canceling some subscriptions today, narrowing it down for phase 2. That's so good, Silver Fox. I think this idea of simplify, it's a weird thing. It's about simplifying, but it's not just simplifying to simplify, is it? It's like, start to think about what it is you want. What do you want more of? And then what are the tools that give you more of that? And not just AI tools, right? Tools could be things like doodling, crocheting, pottery, cooking. Tools could be like diving deeper on Midjourney. It could be like, I'm going to really learn vibe coding and how to do a truly scalable app with vibe coding. Like the implementation is way less significant, but I think this idea of focus, this came up on we had the AI Readiness Project podcast today, Ann Murphy and I, and we were talking about this idea of, she was just saying she feels like people are showing up to She Leads AI just like a level more serious. They're just like, if they're coming in, they're like, if I'm going to learn, I'm going to fucking go all in. I'm going to show up to all the meetings. I'm going to watch all the videos. I'm going to do the shit. So people are starting to realize they gotta step into it. VO 3.1 ingredients to videos getting more expressive. Portrait mode has arrived. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that VO 3.1 had portrait mode, but I guess they didn't. I'm still waiting for someone to do long form character animations that's better than Hedra, because Hedra's aging not great, and I haven't seen anything better than it. So I don't know if anyone knows of anything where you can take like a long form recording, like a 3-minute recording of someone talking or a song, and then have the thing animate it. Who's doing that well right now? Does anyone know? Mimi, yeah, when I join She Leads AI, it's going to be for laser focus on certification. There you go. Exactly. I'm currently translating a Caregiver Cove app into French, Spanish, Filipino, and Russian. Boy, it's work. Do you speak all those, or are you using AI to do that? AI schlepping. It's still work. It is still work. Yeah, the translation stuff is really cool with AI, but it's a lot of work to like get it validated and certified. I can speak English, American, and Australian. Steve-O! What's happening, Steve-O? What am I going to do tonight? There's something about completely unplugging. Like, I just did a couple of meetings yesterday from bed, camera off, and then I did little of that this morning with a big long nap, and then did the podcast with Ann with a couple of Storyvine meetings. And then what did I do? I think I just got dinner and waited for this. Oh, I watched a shitty TV show. I beat Steve-O. I speak English, American, Australian, and sarcasm. That's like a vacation day for you, Kyle. Well, it is Silver Fox, and that's why I'm like, I'm learning something about myself right now. That part of how I manage to do so much is continuity, right? If I don't take a break, I can maintain all these parallel conversations in my head. You know, here's the AI Salon conversation. Here's my book. Here's my play. Here's my company. Here's my, this. Like, I've got all these different things. And so when I completely unplug, I kind of come back and I'm like, what was I doing? That's a lot. Oh, man. If you stop spinning the plates. Yeah, exactly. It's like right now the plates are all wobbling and I'm kind of looking at them like, huh. Oh, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. I'm the opposite. If I don't speak it out loud for a week. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I've been going down a massive rabbit hole researching the AI-proved lean math problems. Are those the Probst, whatever those are called? Hang on. Let me see what they're called. It seems pretty fascinating. Math Unsolved. Oops. Erdos, problem 728. For context, Paul Erdos left 1,500 plus unsolved problems with cash prizes. Is that the stuff you were running down? Yes, the ones you mentioned the other night. What did you learn in your rabbit hole? Because I didn't run down the rabbit hole, largely because I don't understand math well enough to understand what they are. But actually, now that we come to think about it, okay, is this going to be my cheat night? So this week I took a night off and I might have a cheat night tonight. So rather than doing my practice, let's just go fuck around. All right, I got to share my screen because apparently y'all want to see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's exhausting, but I'll do it for you. I'll do it. Okay. Okay, I have to go on record and say, when your talent is sick and you have a producer who's not sick, that producer can appear to the talent like a bully. He's right on it. The minute I don't have the black bar there, he's writing pithy little jokey comments. You gonna consider solving the black bar problem? I'm not quick enough to respond. You don't get special treatment. That's good. Brandon knows. There's no crying in baseball. Okay, here we are. We're at GPT 5.2. So we're going to say, hey, 3 of the Erdos math problems were solved this week. Here's a tweet on one of them. Bang. So then what I'm going to say is, what were the other 2? And explain the... I don't even know how to prompt this. Explain the significance of each problem in a way that even a guy with an acting degree could understand. Listen, I'm not saying people with acting degrees could not possibly be high-end mathematicians. It's possible. I'm just saying you could generalize to say that someone with an acting degree might not even have heard of the 1,500 plus Erdos problems. If you're new here, welcome. I don't know what we're doing tonight. I don't think you'll learn anything. But please join us. Ocean's here. Ocean will ask good questions. Ocean, come up with a good one. You always ask good questions. You sent me off on a tangent the other night. It was good. Nor has an English major heard of these things. Liberal arts majors, unite! Unite against the mathematicians and their fancy theorems and proofs. Oh, man. The other 2 besides 728 are 729 and 397. Uh-oh, my phone's dying. Hang on. I got to charge. Man, have you ever been... Here's what's weird about my sickness. I don't have a fever, but I've got like crawly skin like you have when you have a fever, but I don't have a fever. I'm not congested. I don't have a cough. I don't have any chest congestion. But my brain it's like the synapses have been filled with marshmallow paste. So it's like I have a thought and I can literally see it going bzz, 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 across the marshmallow paste across my brain. My brain is acting really slow tonight. So producer Brandon fully exploiting that. You all can too. My brain's felt like that for the past 3 years. It points to a reality where AI-assisted outputs that society can trust, verify, are auditable. Well, yeah, I think how it probably goes, Cam, is that right now, because AI is so janky, like we don't trust it at all. Like if you trust anything AI says, you should just not. You should just stop that. And so when these things say they solved a math problem, there's a guy in this case who validates these proofs and says whether they actually solved them or not. But there's going to be a point at which they're going to be good enough. They're going to be like, yeah, that's probably just right. We're not there yet, but okay. 729, why it matters, the actor-friendly version. Erdos provided or proved a kind of speed limit for when 2 factorials can fit inside another factorial. If A bang, B bang divided by N bang, then A plus B can't be much bigger than N. At most about N plus small cushion. Jesus Christ. I'm so bad at math that I can't understand the actor-friendly version of the explanation. That's pretty bad. Oh, good Lord. Why it's significant. Think of N prime. It's not N prime, N exclamation point. What do they call that? There's a huge costume warehouse stocked with prime factors. 2s, 3s, 5s, 7s in massive quantities. Divisibility questions are basically, do we have enough of every costume to build out, costume piece to build out this outfit? Small primes are like black t-shirts and jeans. They're everywhere. So the worry is, are we being fooled by the abundance of common wardrobe items rather than the rarer stuff? This is one of the things where mathematics and me just aren't friends. Like they're just these bizarre hypothetical worlds that mathematicians just swim in. And then if you take the time to understand even the premise of the problem, where I always go is like, yeah, so, but it's that kind of thinking that led to the transformer, which gave us all of generative AI. So I understand that it's important, but man, it would sure be nice if I had some sort of bridge to this world. TikTok pin. Ask it what this means for the future of AI and human interactions. Okay, great. Rather than explain it, tell me what you think this means for the future of AI and human interactions. That's good, Cam. It means we're walking into a new social relationship where talking is no longer the main event. Joint problem solving is. And that changes how humans treat each other, not just how we use AI. Here's what I think it implies for AI and human interactions. Trust becomes earned, not assumed. When you stop trusting AI because it sounds smart and start trusting it because it can show work in ways that we can verify, formal checks, reproducible steps, audit trails, the vibe-based era fades and the receipts era begins. Authority gets weird. This is the place I think it's going. When an AI can beat experts at certain kinds of reasonings, humans won't just defer to credentials. We'll defer to systems. That shifts status from who are you to can you validate that? Ooh, that's fascinating. Expect more fights over who controls the validation layer. I like that. That's fascinating. Collaboration becomes asymmetrical and we'll normalize it. The normalizing thing, I think we've experienced that on this channel over 3 years, that as remarkable as something is, we normalize it very quickly, right? Collaboration becomes asymmetrical. Most people won't use AI like a tool. They'll work with it like a partner who has infinite patience, no social fatigue, and frightening recall. Humans will bring taste, intent, context, ethics, and narrative. Geez, kind of like the practice, right? Afterlife party on CorI's live tonight. She's going to show us. Cool. This is cool. The Caregiver Cove new app. Oh, very cool. So maybe hey, CorI, if you want to pop up on screen here, feel free to, and just reach out to producer Brandon and he can pop you up on StreamYard and you can tell me about it. And then we'll send people over there. If not, that's cool too. But if you want to pop up here, that'd be cool. Most people will not use AI like a tool. They'll work with it like a partner. Yeah, humans bring taste. The new skill is directing, not doing. Totally agree with that. Human communication becomes more intentional. This is the answer to this is sounding like the AI Salon Mastermind practice. If you can offload drafting, summarizing, and planning, the scarce thing becomes meaning, what you actually want, what you value, what you're willing to trade off. People who can articulate intent clearly will feel like wizards. This is important stuff, people. Like, even though this is answering what's significant about these math problems, this list right here is actually really important. People who can articulate intent clearly will feel like wizards. People who can't will feel increasingly powerless, even with superpowers in their pocket. Right, because if you're someone who's really clear on who you are, what your values are, and the change you want to make in the world, you're going to be able to look at AI capabilities and go, okay, I want it to do this. And you know what this is, and you know what success looks like. And AI will do its thing, and you'll go like, no, no, no. And you'll hone it and hone it and hone it, and you'll end up at the point you want to get to. Someone else is just like, I want AI to do something cool. And it'll do something cool, but there's no direction. There's no intentionality to it. That feels very right to me, that's where we're headed. We'll bond with AIs, but the real impact is how we bond with humans. You'll see more people practice hard conversations with AI first, refine apologies, rehearse boundaries, workshop empathy. This could mean human relationships. This could make human relationships better or make them feel more curated and less raw. Some people will prefer the safe version. I think the counter to that is some people are going to prefer raw, shitty interactions that aren't cleaned up. Important for whom? Kyle, let's see. Wait. What did Andy say? Important. How is this revelatory in any way? Okay, hang on. Well, it might not be revelatory, but this feels in line with where I think things are headed. Trust becomes earned. We stop trusting AI because it sounds smart, and we trust because it can show work in a way. So it can be validated. That's fine, whatever. Authority gets weird. When AI can beat experts with certain kinds of reasonings, human won't just refer to credentials. We'll defer to systems. The shift that shifts status from who are you to can you validate that. I think that's important. I think right now in today's world, who are you is a way that we sort of imply trust, right? If you went to the right school, we're going to trust you. That will start to fade. I think that's right. Collaboration becomes asymmetrical. Most people won't use AI like a tool. They'll work with it like a partner. No social. Humans will bring. So I don't know if this is revelatory, but this is what I believe deeply. Humans will bring taste, intent, context, ethics, and narrative to AI, and that our value will be bringing those things. Human communications will become more intentional. If you can offload drafting, summarizing, and planning, the scarce thing becomes meaning. What you actually want, what you value, what you're willing to trade off. People who can articulate intent clearly will feel like wizards. People who can't will feel increasingly powerless. That feels, I don't know if it's revelatory to me. People who can articulate intent will feel like wizards. That feels right to me. CorI's here. Oh, cool. Is CorI backstage? Yes.
Hey.
CorI!
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
What's happening?
Well, I've been talking about rabbit holes. Holy hump and holy. So
I know.
I've done this app for caregivers who are taking care of people with Alzheimer's and dementia.
Uh-huh.
And it's called Caregiver Cove, and I've done it in Lovable. And I have sort of stretched the lovable bounds kind of like a very big balloon. You know how we like circus balloons?
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of asking it to do a whole lot.
And there's that aching 4 minutes where you keep blowing them up knowing it's about to blow, but it hasn't quite blown yet.
But it's doing it, which is incredible. Like, it's absolutely insane how much I'm packing into this thing.
Huh.
So, for example, yesterday I decided, so I have a section on here, and I won't take up all of this time, but I'll just tell you a couple of the components and then how I got into this mess that I'm in now. So I have this one component that allows for a user to take their phone, put it under their chin, and go into a breathing sanctuary
Uh-huh.
where there'll be a brain stimulation of sound going from side to side. And it gives the user, which is the caregiver, all these lovely thoughts and lovely sounds so they can just have a minute of respite almost.
Uh-huh.
And then I thought, wait a second, I also should give them a full, proper guided meditation. So then I went into ChatGPT and I made a custom GPT back when we were making all those GPTs.
Uh-huh.
And it was called MindMate and another one called Zen Friend. And what they did was you could put in anything that you needed to work on, anything you were upset about, anything that was sore, if you had a locked jaw, if you had a busted shoulder. And I like fairies and I like deer and I like babbling brooks. And it would create a meditation for you and work on those parts of you that really needed work. So I went, I'm going to go into that and I'm going to say, I want to create a guided meditation for caregivers of Alzheimer's and dementia people.
Uh-huh.
I want it to be generic enough that a man, a woman, any nationality can understand it and enjoy it. But it was in English. So I got that written down. Then I took it back into ChatGPT, my project, and I said, clean this up. I want it to be even better. You're the, the marketing manager here. You're the blah, 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 blah. It did that. I then spoke that into GarageBand. I went into Suno. I made my own music to lie underneath it as a
That's,
lovely meditative music.
that's so
I
cool.
I compressed all of that and brought it back in. So now you click on a little area and it's a guided meditation. And you then hear CorI talking through your guided meditation. Then I realized I was talking to a cousin of
Oh, you
mine who's,
recorded it. You recorded you saying it in GarageBand. So it's you being your soulful self. Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, with my choice of music. Because I went
Yeah.
looking for music and there's lots of it out there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of WAV files I could have downloaded. I
I
went,
hope you
wait a
got some
second,
cello. I
CorI.
hope you got some cello in the meditation music.
Well, actually, there isn't cello in this either, but there
Ah,
is very gentle, calm, lovely CorI-ish music, right? So brought that in, put that in there. And then I realized that, at least in Canada and in my own family, there are a lot of caregivers that are supportive of family members who come from other places. We have a very large Filipino community, a large Russian community, that end up doing that sort of caregiving work in our hospitals and whatnot as well.
mhm.
So I thought I should be translating this. So then I went down, how do I translate this?
Wow.
So I put it in the chat that there's a framework, and I found this out, thank you, ChatGPT. And I go back and forth between ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude.
Mhm.
Because I'm in the middle of a project and there's so many sections in the project that I don't want to miss where I am right now because I still have to go back to this one and I don't. So then I go over to this other
Yeah, that makes sense.
LLM, right?
Yeah.
So what I've just done is it said, get the framework in first, and the framework is called I typed it in there. I forget what it's called now, but it's some framework. So get that started. And what it did is and I gave it those 4: Spanish, English, French, because French is our national language as well.
Mhm.
Although many of us don't speak it, hands up. However, I want to make this accessible. I want to make this a really important app that'll be used maybe in schools, like maybe in nursing,
Mhm.
maybe in facilities that they can then give out to their primary care teams, for families, for a daughter, for a spouse, for anybody who's caregiving or who's
Mhm.
around somebody with Alzheimer's. In I say our like I'm talking to everybody else there. There are many of us who have this color hair, who we are a growing group of people who are losing our fucking minds.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of us.
Yeah.
My own family, my father passed away from it. My stepfather has it.
Yeah. My
It's
father did too. So yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If I would have had what I'm making, I think it would have been, well, not me personally, I shouldn't say that. If I was in direct, like every day with the person,
Mm-hmm.
it has a scenario section, it has a help section, it has a resource section that takes you based on where you live to the Alzheimer's Society of your country, city, wherever that is. It has a whole bunch of like, you're doing fine, or here, take a breath here, or it's really quite robust.
That's cool. And so
The
what you're going
part
to do later is you're going to show people, you're going to walk people through it.
Well, Mimi wanted to know about how I'm doing this translation now, because I have to.
Oh.
I could only get the first section in, which is the menu.
Mm-hmm.
See if anything broke. Nothing broke. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the TS file of each of these huge databases of like 300 stories that are dripping every week on this thing. It starts with about 120, but then there's going to be more. So I'm going to take the TS files of all of the different database parts that I have. I'm bringing them into Gemini. I'm saying break these down into batches so you don't screw up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I want you to translate this batch. Let's say there's 5 batches in a category.
Yep.
Translate each of those so that I can then have JSON files. Like, I'm a potter. I don't know this stuff. Bring all of these things.
This is like I'm hearing this again and again. I mean, this Liz Miller Gershfeld was like this. She's like, I'm not technical, and then now she's, she uses Claude Code and GitHub, and like we're all figuring this stuff out. It's so cool.
Yeah, it just goes on, just rabbit holes. Yeah.
Rabbit holes and rabbit holes. Have you played with translating the guided meditation?
I have not yet, but because I've never used 11 Labs and HeyGen and those kinds of things.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say 11 Labs and HeyGen can probably do it wholesale, where you just upload your thing and it'll just translate it in your voice in those languages.
I probably should do that with 11 Labs.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any visuals during that because I'm hoping people will close their eyes.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
I thought about it.
Yeah, but 11 Labs should be able to do that just wholesale.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I hadn't done that yet. I hadn't gone to that place yet.
Yeah, no, leave it to me to add more stuff to your plate.
Oh my God. Wait, what I'd love though, Kyle, if you're up for it, and given that you've had a family member with Alzheimer's, I'd be happy if you want to be one of the testers of this and try and break it. Say, no, this doesn't work.
I am famous for finding bugs quickly.
There will be a lot of them, I'm sure.
Yeah. And what's the ultimate goal? When do you want to launch it? Do you know, like, and is there like a business model? Do you want to give it away? What's your goal with it?
My goal is for a monthly and a yearly subscription, and then a premium tier for agency, schools, long-term care facilities that they can then give it to people who are there, as well as suggest it to families. So I'm thinking way bigger than I dare the right to think about, but I think that's what I'm thinking.
No. You so you where your mind is going. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is the future we're coming into. If your instinct is, I want to think bigger, think bigger. Yeah. Why not? Why not?
It's an odd place for me because I'm very used to keeping things very, just make stuff for me because I like it.
Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Yeah.
But it's your fault. I just want you to know that this is entirely and utterly your fault.
Good. Well, I'm glad I could inspire you to think bigger.
Wear that well.
Crap out of me on a regular basis, probably 10 times a day, probably more. So I talk a good game.
You talk a great game.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to, because Mimi asked, I'm just going to show how I'm copying and moving files so that they're prepared to then move back into Lovable.
Oh, that's
so cool. Lovable has a database in each of those languages to use to make that framework work.
That's super valuable. Yeah, if anyone's playing in Lovable and doesn't even quite understand what Corey's talking about, that's go hang out with her after this. I'll try to end this like in 15 minutes or so, just so you.
Oh, don't do it on my account.
Well, I just, I don't want everyone to be up super late, and I'm also half under the weather. My brain is totally unfunctional at this point. Sure. So, all right, awesome. Congrats, man. That's amazing.
Thank you. It is your fault.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye. That's great. All right, let's go back to TikTok pin, Corey. UGC, and just like that, Corey is a founder. Exactly. Listen, man, this is the world we're entering. I mean, quite honestly, it's the world we're in. But right now, you have to be really entrepreneurial right now, because you have to glue a bunch of shit together. Like all the stuff Corey's talking about having to manually move stuff, out of Lovable back into Lovable, all that stuff. Like in the future, all that's going to be transparent and instant. But then there won't be as much opportunity. There's so much opportunity right now to really just invent yourself. So anyway, all right. So back to the math problem solving thing. So Kyle, can you post some of this to the AI Salon? Yeah, I think what I'll do is I might have ChatGPT tighten this up a bit. And then Andy, sorry, I'm spicy. You can be spicy. I frankly, I love it when people challenge me. However, tonight my brain is not all that functional, so I can't hold more than half an idea in my head at the time. What does do it in 11 labs wholesale mean? Oh, just Todd, that I'm pretty sure within 11 labs, she can just take her audio file in English, pick a language, and say, translate this into Spanish or French or Portuguese. I forget what the languages were that she was using. She can just choose the language and say, just recreate the audio file in her voice in a new language. I think it's, when I say wholesale, I mean, it's just like a single function. You don't have to jump through a lot of hoops. But I haven't done it in a while, so I could be wrong on that. And again, brain is a little mushy right now. All right. We'll bond with AIs. The real impact is how we'll bond with AIs, but the real impact is how we bond with humans. This is a thing that I also think is going to happen. That the robots, in a weird way, force us to be better humans. You'll see more people practice hard conversations with AI first. Oh, this is the thing where it was like refine apologies. And so conversations become curated. That's one where I think some people will go to this more curated kind of human interaction. I think that the pushback against AI will be that people will just be raw with one another. A new etiquette will emerge. Drop that into Notebook LM and map it out. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, a new etiquette will emerge. AI disclosure and credit hygiene. In the same way we learned norms around Photoshop and filters, we'll develop norms around AI assistance, when to say AI helped, what counts as authorship, what counts as cheating, what counts as collaboration. Social trust will hinge on these norms. I actually don't agree with that. New TikTok pin. I got Perplexity Pro for 1 year. It's amazing agent mode, can browse the website, and even write posts. Yeah, Perplexity's quite good. And I haven't used Perplexity in ages, so I'd be curious to know how it is now. Mentorship becomes scalable. That changes identity. If everyone can have access to a tireless coach, critic, editor, then talent looks different. More people will ship more work. The identity crisis will be, if I can do it in a day, if I can do in a day what used to take me a month, who am I now? I think that's a puritanical industrial revolution hangover. I don't think that's going to last that long, that guilt. The conflict shifts from AI versus humans to humans with AI versus humans with AI. Interesting. The most important interactions won't be you versus the machine. That I agree with. It'll be which people, teams, orgs have better AI partners. That I disagree with. I think it's not who have better AI partners. I think it's which people, teams, or orgs have the most clear point of view and better ideas that leverage the AI to do better work. Better workflows, better evaluation, better values. And that competition will pressure society to define what good means. New TikTok pin. I don't see it. Let's see. Why is my phone all crooked? Can someone explain how Apple's creative apps are going to compete with when they don't do their own AI. No, I can't. I can't explain to you why Apple has their head so far up their ass with AI. I don't get it. I mean, their creative apps, I don't, whatever this thing they just launched was, I think it's just a bundling of some of their most popular apps, maybe in a way to keep them semi-relevant. I don't know. I mean, they announced a deal with Google yesterday that Gemini is going to be the official force behind, Apple. It's going to be their AI of choice because they didn't figure out how to do it on their own. No, I don't know. I mean, frankly, I think that tools like the Adobe suite and a lot of the Apple professional creative tools, I think a lot of these tools, if they don't deeply integrate AI into them, I think they're going to be in trouble. I don't know. I don't know. I'm flummoxed. Apple has me flummoxed and apoplectic about how bad they've screwed the pooch on this thing. All right, if I had to put it in one sentence, AI stops being a thing you query and becomes a thing you relate to. And that forces humans to renegotiate trust, authorship, authority, and intimacy. Write this up as an article that talks about what math problems were solved, how they were validated, but more importantly, how this, more importantly, what the future what this means for the future of AI, of humans' relationships to each other and AI, or IA. All right. I'm sure Apple will figure out the AI eventually, likely just using Gemini temporarily. I agree with that. I mean, they'll eventually get it. I mean, here's the thing about Apple. They've got buckets of money, and they are not a company full of stupid people, right? They've got a bunch of smart people there. It's just like, the thing that I'm flummoxed by is like, how did the corporate machine like so miss this? Like, how did someone in there not go, oh, red alert, we've got to get our shit together? It just hasn't happened. It's amazing. 3 Erdos' problem fell in a week. The math is cool. The human part is the real plot. In the first 2 weeks of January 2026, there's the Erdos problem. Okay. How are they validated? This is cool. An AI generated the mathematical argument, not just found a paper, but produced a workable line of reasoning. A proof assistant pipeline forced it to be exact. Lean, which is a methodology, doesn't kind of accept a proof. It either complies or it doesn't. Both 728 and 729 are marked as lean verified, and 397 is lean verified as well. Human mathematicians still played gatekeeper, reviewing whether the result answers the intended question, whether it's non-trivial, and whether it's genuinely new or a restatement. Tao's comments in the 397 thread show that kind of scrutiny in action. At least in one case, someone wrote a human readable translation of the lien proof and explained the method in conventional math language for the rest of the world to evaluate and build on. The combo, creative generation and formal verification, plus expert social acceptance, is the new tripod. And it's the tripod that changes everything. All right, and then it gets into, we're moving from trust the speaker to trust the process. Authority gets renegotiated. Actually, this moving from trust the speaker to trust the process, this gets into blockchain, like, blockchain verified, like, you can trust the blockchain. It's all there, all that transparency stuff. That's fascinating. Authority gets renegotiated. Some people will not enjoy the negotiation. I agree with that. Centers of power are going to fucking hate this next 10 years because the power is going to shift. it's gonna suck. For the people in power that are like, well, this is the way it's always been, son. TikTok. I think we need to consider the AI access inequality issue so we don't get locked into just one AI. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Well, what's fascinating, Cam, one of the things that I've heard some of the people I respect talk about with these AI models is as they're getting stronger, they're getting more convergent. They're converging into kind of a single point of view. Not that they're all the same, but basically that they're coming to the same universal truths. So it's possible that that all AIs converge into a single model, which is the truth. But I don't fucking know. That's very science fiction for me still. Collaboration stops being a metaphor. Right now, most people still treat AI like a fancy search tool. All right. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to go post it over. The headline I can't stop thinking about. There's the trailer. The real movie is this. We are entering an era where AI can generate novel work and machines can verify it, which means human relationships will reorganize around trust, proof, credit, and intent. You can remove any references to acting. Just give it to me straight. Why is my phone crooked? Hang on. Is that better? I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. All right. No matter how much they train against it, you need to rotate 2 degrees. Yeah, I did. Bottom line, we now have a credible pattern for AI-assisted discovery that can be mechanically verified. Most people experience a collaborator. I don't like that headline. I'm gonna not include that. Okay. Okay, so where I'm going, I'm heading over to the AI Salon. If you don't know the AI Salon, you should. So you come to the AI Salon, you can learn all about us and the cycle of AI readiness. Play first, create excellence, generously lead. And then I'm going to put this in community feed. Yeah, I'm going to say this was an interesting enough take from ChatGPT on the 3 Erdos math problems that were solved last week with ChatGPT 5.2 Pro, and what the implications are for the future of human AI interaction. I did not edit this. It is just this side of AI slop. But interesting. There you go. Boom. Okay. Oh, wait. It fucked up the formatting really bad. Hang on a sec. Oh, no. Let's see. Still fucked it up, didn't it? Oh, let me try something else. No? Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's better. Okay. There was fucked up formatting. Let me try to find it. Maybe paste it as an article. Yeah, I might need to paste it as an article. Andy, are you still watching? Any advice? I don't know what I'm doing. How do I paste it as an article? Share post. How do I make this an article? Oh, post. Is it here? I'm not in water cooler. I'm in community feed. Hit create in the upper right. Ah, cool. Beautiful. Okay. Did this do better? No, it still fucked all this stuff up. The statement roughly here. Hang on. Let me try something here. 728. The statement roughly. Let me copy this here. Go back here. So that worked. Okay. Yeah, the Apple Note fucked up that paragraph too. But hang on. The archive write-up. Let's see. The archive write-up. Okay. Approved lean. Okay, so now let me get rid of all this crap. Okay, that's good now. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to pull that out. We're going to drop a title in here. We're going to say this was an I'm going to put in square brackets. Interesting interaction with ChatGPT about the 3 Erdos math problems that were solved last week. I did not edit this, so it is just beyond AI slop, but is interesting. What are your thoughts? Question mark. Okay. All right, post. Done. Thank you. We don't need to notify people of that. Okay. I told CorI I would get out of here sooner than later. I'm starting to get like flop sweaty because look what I made before you bounce. Oh, okay. So in AI Salon, also, if you haven't played with it, if you go into look what I made, people make cool things. Brandon made something. Let's see what he made. It's officially Girl Scout time. Why just order cookies when you can take a personality quiz to help you decide? Play along with our family's custom GPT here. That's hilarious. You did this last year too, didn't you, Brandon? This is updated for this year's cookies. All right, good. Hey, Brandon, you want to hop up on stage and talk about your LOL since I'm brain dead, and you can talk about this too. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, happy to hop up. So first of all, the cookie thing. So my daughter Naomi's selling Girl Scout cookies, and last year when we were in the throes of making GPT custom GPTs, I thought, well, I wonder if we could have a GPT figure out which Girl Scout cookie aligns with your personality. And so I asked ChatGPT to do it, and it came up with a 5-question quiz that scans your personality for like what type of adventure do you like, describe your perfect weekend, and then at the end it tells you what Girl Scout cookie most resembles you. It also has advice for like if you like chocolate, which Girl Scout cookie is the recommendation. And of course, because it is Girl Scout cookie season, the app ends with a link out to my daughter's page if you want to.
That's genius and evil. It's evil genius. That's good. Awesome. And then what are you going to teach us on Saturday?
So while you're when you're done ordering your Girl Scout cookies on Saturday, I am also doing a Vicky LOL, a Learn Out Loud, to go over my feat of strength, which was going from thought to or from prompt to publication in 6 hours using Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So we're going to go through that entire process in delve deep, if you will. I feel like we're reclaiming the word delve. I feel like delve is back on the list of words.
We can use delve again, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the book.
And so we are going to go over kind of stem to stern. If you've never published anything before, no prior publishing experience needed. And, hopefully we'll come out of that session with an action plan that'll allow you to self-publish your own book.
That's cool. That's very, very cool. Beautiful.
And while I'm here, I am pressed to tell you about the Mastermind program tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, what you said.
Yeah. So if you're not in the Mastermind, you should join the Mastermind because it's awesome. If you are in the Mastermind, we'll be having our continuing session of the practice lab tomorrow with Kyle and
Liz.
I think you're Liz Miller Rothschild at noon. And that if you are jumping in late because we got a bunch of new people after Festivus, you can go back and look at all of the past practice lab sessions on demand.
Yep. Yeah. And so the practice lab session is at noon Eastern, and it's the group of people that are starting their own daily practices centered around AI, how they use AI. And it's a pretty remarkable group of people that are willing to put themselves out there and just, be vulnerable and figure out how to take their AI game to the next level. It's really, really powerful. So if you haven't joined the Mastermind yet, do that. We have lots of cool stuff coming this year, and this group's a really powerful group. So beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course. And while I'm doing shameless self-promotion tomorrow at 8 Eastern, Rick Macaulay and I are going to be talking about ChatGPT health and doing a deep dive on using AI in your own personal health journey over on Rick's YouTube channel. And
nice.
That'll be live at
and
8
that's like right before I go live, right?
Yep.
Beautiful.
So we're just starting to bookend you. We've got a content calendar where we've got me and Rick before. Corey's doing the after party.
Exactly. I like it.
We're doing 24 hours of AI all the time.
We could do it. We can have Steve-O do one, out of Australia. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful, everybody. Thin mints. I'm a thin mint. The only way I'm a thin mint, here's my only thing about thin mints. Thin mints, I consider a serving size of thin mints one sleeve, and I consider myself well constrained if I don't eat both sleeves. So there you have it. How they try to make a practice. Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, man, a daily practice is it's no easy feat. I'll tell you that. It requires some moxie. So it's a cool group. All right, beautiful. Brother 52, I pitched a 3-week course on a memoir writing with an AI course to 200 of the 50 plus crowd. Super cool. I hope you get it. That's beautiful. Love it. All right, Kakif's out of here. All right, I'm out of here. You guys go hang out with CorI. Learn how she's doing what she's doing. Then Saturday, go hang out with Brandon. If you're in the Mastermind, come hang out tomorrow. If you're not in the Mastermind, go join it. Just go to the AI Salon. In the first 4 little sections there, the last one you'll see is learn about the Mastermind. It'll take you right there, okay? Beautiful. Peace out, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow night, regular time.